Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on last year's national champion, the Florida State Seminoles. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Razorbacks will boot it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Florida State's offense will get first crack at it today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Levis. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold on.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. And the Seminoles can really attack on this second and short. Give to the running back. Turning it on. Hits him with a stiff arm. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The Seminoles just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Might be calling a hot route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Arkansas's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Avery. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Wants to throw again. Makes the grab. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Third and long. He's going to have to throw for it. Got his man to the left. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. This crowd knows when to bring it. The inside handoff. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. The RPO, quick throw to the right. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. They're going to run it. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. Now on the move. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from the game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Works the middle. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And the Noles in a good spot here with second and short. Tight end now in motion. The play action fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got it. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
The give to the back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. Off play action. Working that left side now. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Wisconsin is currently trailing, but if this young star powers a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Allen Amici and Ron Dane among the greats to play in Madison. They're trailing by just 4 to...
There he goes! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up. Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
Yeah, and makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is always built on that physicality, built on that toughness.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the Doak. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. They'll run play action. It's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing into zone defense over the middle of the field, ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Leaves it with the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here's first and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. They're working that left side. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Going for 6. Touchdown, Seminoles. Quick strike through the air for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
21, Arkansas, 0.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. It's Avery. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking downfield very late in the half. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Noles!
officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at Bobby Bowden Field.
The Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
From the gun, give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Wants to fire on second down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David, the offense. Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. There he goes. Touchdown, Florida State. He got a step and just dusted the field. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that Florida State back.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive.
Arkansas, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Under fire. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Got it near midfield. And they'll haul down the returner to start us. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And the Seminoles will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Thanks to grab. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Seminoles will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
What a huge stop by the defense, forcing the 4th down and making the 4th down and goal a little bit harder by getting a lost yardage play. Nice job bowing up by this defense.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
The great thing about spreading a defense out. I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Arkansas, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab on the left. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Rides to back and leaves it. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll move the tight end. Might as well give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles! They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. But he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Georgia Southern is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Troy. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's past.
The Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lopez. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got his man. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down. And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Got his man down the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. They'll try the run. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on last year's national champions, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will take the field first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're...
There he goes! Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football because you know you get a little bit of suck-up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the running back. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The Seminoles will snap it on first and 10. Keeps it on the bootleg. Forced out of the pocket. Some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. And the Noles trying to cash it in on first and goal. Trying to bully their way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Touchdown, Florida State! Fitted in the window for the score.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
They get set for the point after. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Wildcats offense has the ball for the first time. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off-play action on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No chance for a return. He makes the fair. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They'll run it. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Gets rid of it. A strike downfield. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your own. Around that, you know, Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
Here we go. They'll go to the ground, and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Wide open downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. down here to open the period. They'll leave it with him. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Steps away to find some room. And the quarterback will be forced out. I think they'll give him a sack. Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. Catch in the middle. It's Weeks. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Got him downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
With the catch, it's Weeks. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Quick completion to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Inside the 25. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Pulls and fires complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes in the 24. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they are going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19.
And the Florida State Seminoles will take over 1st and 10.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Immediately fires to the middle. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Just keeps slinging it. Going over the top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. When you're around midfield, there's not really much of a choice. Go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. Back to pass. Got his man quickly. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. It's caught. He's loose. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. Picked off to stop the threat. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice. Second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Kent. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Tavai. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wants to go up top. Grab near the sticks. It's Tavai. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Caught near the sticks. It's Tavai. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
The Seminoles will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside is 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll in the second half. That is is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got him penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Flips it out to the back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the Doak. Hines is back in the middle. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw it. It's complete to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll run the sneak for it. He's got enough to move the chains for Kentucky. A couple of first downs on this drive has given them some breathing room. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 37. Got it in the middle. It's Weeks. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Working that left side now. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll give it to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Noles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Got his man. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wide out, trying to get it in. Touchdown, Seminoles. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let...
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Penn State is currently trailing in this one, but there are more people in Beaver Stadium today than most American cities. The crowd alone can help turn this game. They're trailing by 10 to Fresno State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Second down, they'll go to the air. And down he goes, trying to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line.
And this offense wants to get back in the football game. It starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback up.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's caught. It's Kent. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. He'll pull it on the read. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Gets it out fast. Bounced off his feet. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The running back has it. Breaks into the open. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. On the option. The pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pulls it in, and they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work for the first down in the final period of this one. They try to pop a run on the draw. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on second down. He's got it. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wildcats trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. They lost ground on first down, now second and goal from the 5. Back to pass. Looking for the goal line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's a Great job by this defense limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They're going to ride this running back. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running.